Let's talk about the top 3 mistakes I made when I embarked on my wavy, curly, healthy hair journey. Hey there guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video, I want to cover with you the top 3 things I think that contributed to my making so many mistakes when I first started this whole process. I used to call this process the curly girl method, but now it has morphed into wavy curly healthy hair journey. If you want more explanation on why that is, here's a video explaining why I no longer use the term curly girl method. Anyway, wow, what an intro. Hi, I hope y'all are having a great day. Without further ado, let's get into this video. The first mistake I made that really kind of sort of messed me up was I got real excited when I first started this and I bought all the products, all of them. Now, I'm not saying that if this is fun and a hobby to you, that you shouldn't take your excess cash and spend it on something you enjoy. So if you're able to budget well and you're being wise with your money and you find hair care fun, go ahead, by all means, purchase the products. I personally am not a girl who loves all the shoes and clothes, but I love me some hair care. So that's not what I'm referring to. The mistake that I made was buying all the products, trying them one time in my hair, not liking the result, and then deciding that it was the product's fault and not my application technique or the fact that my hair was in the transition phase from going from super damaged to healthy. Hair in transition is very, very, very persnickety. You have a very tiny window to get it right. The margin for error is huge. You just have to get a little bit wrong and your hair's gonna look really bad. But if you get everything absolutely perfect when your hair's in transition, you'll have an okay hair day. Once your hair gets out of transition, you have a little bit more wiggle room to make mistakes. That being said, I went through products and I made very strong judgments on a product based on how it performed in my hair without considering that maybe a different amount of the product might work well in my hair. Maybe I was using too much. Maybe I wasn't using enough. Maybe this product does better when I style on less damp hair. Maybe there needs to be a little bit less water in my hair. Maybe there needed to be more water in my hair when I applied the product. You get the idea. I was putting way too much importance on hunting for the perfect product for my hair without learning my hair. The second mistake that I made was I got way too hyper-focused on this thing called protein moisture balance when I first started. I thought that if I could just balance protein and moisture in my hair, that would be it. I would win. I don't know what I would win, but I would win some sort of prize. And I became a fanatic about reading ingredients labels 2 months into my healthy hair journey. I decided that I was going to figure this out, and I had decided that basically protein were curls in a bottle, that if I just used enough products with enough protein for my hair, that somehow, yes, I would get there. I would arrive to the destination I had in my mind. Here's the thing. Here's the deal. Most people, even if you haven't been heat styling, you haven't had any highlights in your hair, you've been using fairly healthy hair practices, you start this process of styling your waves and curls, you're embracing the hair that grows out of your head. No, there will always be some sort of a transition period. there's still a level of damage in your hair because there's a few more things that we add into the rotation that increase your hair health even more, i.e., no sulfates, silicones, or drying alcohols. You stop brushing your hair when it's dry, for styling purposes. Perhaps you start protecting your hair while you sleep at night. You start using a microfiber towel or a t-shirt to dry your hair with versus a terry cloth towel. You get the idea. There's still small tweaks that you start making when you start this process. So there will be a transition phase. So there will be a level of hair damage that you are starting this process with. Hair that is damaged tends to be moisture deficient. So most people who start this process need to focus on hydrating their waves and curls because wavy curly hair, as a general rule, tends to be drier than straight hair. What does that tell you? That tells you that protein moisture balance needs to be shelved for a period of time. Take a deep breath. That is not something that needs to be figured out within the first 4 to 6 months of this process. During the first 4 to 6 months of your healthy hair journey, it makes way more sense to focus on getting a set of core products, perhaps a product to clarify with, deep condition with. Then for a regular wash day, get you a shampoo, a conditioner, maybe a leave-in moisturizing product, whether that's leave-in conditioner or curl cream, and some sort of styler, a gel. 6 products. Stop there. I know it's fun. I know it's fun to try and buy all the things and balance all the protein and moisture and get 28 million different products with differing levels of protein and moisture in them. But stick with a core set of products in the first 4 months and really focus on squish to condition, your application techniques. Get used to different ways of drying your hair. Figure out which ones work best for you. Does air drying work better for you? Does diffusing work better for you? Figure out techniques to protect your hair at night and which ones your hair likes best before you really start thinking about protein moisture balance. The thing is that if you get too hyper focused on protein moisture when you first start, symptoms of over moisturized hair and hair that has too much protein kind of mimic hair that's in transition to begin with. When your hair is over moisturized, it goes limp, it falls flat quickly, there's excessive frizz. When there's too much protein in your hair will feel rough, your curl pattern won't be as tight, you'll have excessive frizz. That is what hair that's in transition is like. So if you're trying to figure out if you have too much moisture or too much protein because your curls are limp and your hair is frizzy and it feels rough and it's not holding its shape, you may just be going through the transition phase and not actually have a protein moisture balance issue. The last and biggest mistake I made when I started embracing my waves and curls is that I had #goals, an end goal in mind of what my hair was going to look like. I was going to do all the treatments. I was going to figure out which application techniques worked. I was going to find the holy grail product that was going to get my hair to this imaginary place. I was expecting ringlets, curls all over my head, shiny, frizz-free, volume that lasted for 7 days without a refresh. I was going to get there. That is something that took me a long time to realize was not a good mindset to have. I would look at the curl chart and I decided that I may be 2A waves now, but I will get to 3B curls eventually if I can just do everything right. I didn't realize that there are naturally different curl patterns out there. I saw Curly Girl method and thought, awesome, this method will give me curls. Not so much. That is not how it works. You cannot create ringlets where they don't exist naturally. The biggest hurdle for me was to shift my mindset from thinking that I wanted ringlets to focusing on getting my hair to be as healthy as I possibly could. The more I focused on making my hair healthy, the more ringlety my hair got. And the closer I got to the end goal I wanted, instead of focusing on ringlets and shooting for ringlets, which left me with elongated, stretched out, frizzy hair. Weird how that works. I thought for sure that if I just researched enough or found the right product or got protein moisture balance just right, that somehow I was going to shortcut this process to the end goal of ringlets. And there is no shortcut to healthy hair. Time is the key ingredient to getting to the healthiest hair of your life. And that needs to be the goal. Healthy hair needs to be the goal, not finding the right product, getting protein moisture balance right just so you can get to ringlets. It's about embracing the hair that you are fearfully and wonderfully made with and realizing that you are enough just the way you were created. All right, guys, I hope this video was helpful to you and encouraging. If you are wanting more help, if you are wanting the step-by-step routine that I have come up with that works so well for a ton of different curl types, hair types, that will get you started on this process on the right foot and completely eliminate all the mistakes that I made when I first started, I have actually created an online course. The link will be in the description down below. If you are just needing a nice, pretty little package that tells you do this and this and this and this, and then go from there. This course is meant to be a tool. It's meant to be helpful. It is absolutely not necessary, but it's there to be helpful if you need it. All right, guys, I hope you're having an absolutely fantastic day, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye.